Hello, 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 hello. Grand evening. Let me make sure. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I just want to check one thing. Here we go. Okay, so that's it. All right. Okay. So, hello, good evening. Should I say grand evening or not just evening, well, evening in the UK. I'll say good afternoon to those who are in America. Good morning. I think if you're in Australia, it's just about, I think, around 4 a.m. around this time. I miss Australia. Good. So, hey, I greet everyone across the globe. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I can't believe it's been almost 10 months already since the Grace Home has not been live, but thanks be to God, we're back and we're back with what a bang. As usual, around this time, I'll come and welcome everyone. I want to welcome, actually, let me not forget this. I welcome everyone who are listening via YouTube, those who are listening via Twitter as well. And very soon we're going to be going to Instagram as well. So yeah, and those on Facebook that are probably staring at me right now, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've got a Facebook account, if you're listening to me, you're not on Facebook, if you want to join us live, please go on Facebook, look for Global Net TV, and we will be live. So I'm so excited. I even forgot to say my name, but welcome once again. We're going to go on a quick 5 minutes music break. When we come back, I've got loads for you. What we're going to talk about today, you do not want to miss, is that word called love, love, love. I'll see you in 5.
Your love is kind. Your love is patient. You fill my heart with so much peace and joy. You're amazing. You make my life feel brand new. You're amazing. You make my life feel brand new. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Your love is kind. Your love is patient. You fill my heart with so much peace and joy. You're amazing. You make my life feel brand new. All your promises are yeah, and amen. You're not a man, you never lie. Jesus, you love me too much. love me too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh. Excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh. Excess love, oh. Oh, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh. Excess love, too much, oh. Too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Your love for me too much, oh. Too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Too much, oh, Jesus, you love me, oh. That you gave your life for me. What manner of love is this? What manner of love is this that you give it all for me, oh God? Jesus, you love me. You love me. You love me. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Hey, Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Who am I that you're mindful of me? Hey. Too much, oh. Who am I that you gave it all for me? Hey. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. You love me too much, oh. Unconditional love you ever me, oh. Eloi, Eloi, my Sabbath, you say it all for me, oh. Thank you for loving me too much, unconditionally. Thank you for loving me too much. Thank you for loving me too much. Thank you for loving me too much. You love me too much.
Indeed, indeed, we thank God for loving us so much. And we couldn't have found a better song to introduce our topic for today, talking about love. Once again, I want to welcome everyone to the Graced Home Show, where we say that family lives and love. That's what it grows. And even that name is in our topic. I mean, love, it's in our motto here on the Graced Home Show. Now, before I introduce the lady who I'll be having this discussion with today, who is no stranger to us, I wrote something small down. Now, let me read this to you. Oh, and before I go on, please share, share, share. Invite someone, tell them the Graced Home Show is back. I can see quite a few people. Okay, so Sister Shana, Mama Pat, I can see Holder on there, Mama Elizabeth, and I know the way more people that probably don't see. If you're on there, please say hello, and I will definitely acknowledge you. But please share the link and tell someone, hey, the Graced Home Show is back, and tell them to jump online and let's have this discussion. So let me go. Today our topic is what? Love within the family unit. Now, love, I wrote down. If I ask 10 people right now to define love, you will get at least 7 or 8 different definitions, if not 10. Because people define love in so many different ways. Love looks and means different things to different people. Now, love is a broad topic on itself to discuss. I wrote down some find love on a bus. True, some find love on a train. There's so many places, and some will say, I okay, and some will say, I know about love because my family showed me love. Now, such people who would say that will not settle for less. I wrote down some end up being with the wrong people because they mistook lust for love. Some have lost their lives looking for what we call love. Now, I'm going to bring on, hi, Sister Shana. Okay, I'm going to bring on the I apologize. I'm going to bring on our speaker for today. But before she comes on, and she's no stranger to any of us. Hi, Matilda. Sorry, my sister just sent me a message right now that's making me laugh. Now, before she comes on, and I know, like I said again, she's no stranger at all to the Greystone Show, to Global Net TV, because she is the CEO of Global Net TV. Let me read something small about her, and I love this bit. She is one of the ambassadors of the let me see, the United Nations. She's a United Nations ambassador. She is a counselor. There's so many sides to Reverend Doreen. I said her name. There's so many sides. Obviously, she's on the fly, so you would know. There's so many sides to Reverend Doreen. Um, but there's this bit I love that I want to read before I bring her on. And it's written down. If you go actually Google her name and you ask for her biography, this is what you're going to find. So it says she has recently been appointed to the much esteemed position of a United Nations Peace Ambassador, and this was written a while back, so she already is one. It says she serves in both women and children's department, and this is one of the reasons why I thought she's one of the best people to speak on this topic with. It says she serves in both women and children's department in conjunction with the United Nations International, where she's appointed the deputy director for Affairs for Children in the International Consulting Cabinet, ICC. She serves continuously as an ordained minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, as a prophetess. She's an author, she's a counselor, a life coach, and a transformational speaker. She's a certified marriage counselor, certified grief counselor, certified deliverance counselor. After all those don't work, she will deliver you too. Okay, let's keep going. She's also a lecturer in the Bible school and a certified human rights consultant. The last bit, although her primary calling is a prophetess and a pastor, Her Excellency Reverend Carter focuses on activities that impact people's lives beyond preaching of God's word directly from the pulpit. She is involved with non-profit work in helping children, the poor, the disadvantaged in the United Kingdom and Ghana by the supply of clothes, food, medicine, books, and so on. I don't know how she does all of this together. Prophetess Doreen has a very thriving media and practical ministry, equipping many to fulfill their calling and purpose and face life challenges with great confidence through radio, social media, and television. And this is one of the reasons why I am so delighted and so honored to have on the platform with me today Her Excellency Reverend Dr. Doreen Carter.
Wow, amazing and amazing and amazing.
It is.
Ah,
It sure
thank you
is.
so much for such an introduction where I look back and I'm looking who are who is she talking about? Is it me? So I just want to say, Father, Lord Almighty, all glory be to the Lord. All glory be to the Lord who has given us the ability and the grace to acquire what we have to acquire. Thank you so much. And also thank you for this opportunity on your show. And I believe that it is a great platform for people to learn and for people to better themselves. So thank you for calling me back in 2024. Many people may not or will not have the opportunity back again, but I am very grateful that you have called me back. So thank you so much, the host of the Grace Home Show. Thank you so much. I'm grateful.
It's an honor. Thank you so, so, so much. Because I know you're very, very, with all these things that I have spoken, all the things that we read on your biography that you have to do. How do you even do it?
Hmm. As
How
I
do you
said,
do all of these things
it can
together?
only be by grace. only grace qualifies us. It's only grace that
Wow.
strengthens us. So I attribute everything to God and I say, God, thank you once again for gracing us. When we look at where we are coming from, sometimes you can see that in human form there is a limitation, but with God there is empowerment. And then with God, He says that for those that He calls, He says that He justifies and then He
Come
also
on.
qualifies. So He's the one that has
Jesus.
qualified me and has justified me and has also
Wow.
glorified me to be in that
Mm.
position. So all honor and glory be unto Him. So thank you so much
Amen to that.
for this time.
Amen to that. And there was one thing that I think you need to contact this what's it called website and ask them to update your biography for you, because there was one thing that's not there, that by the grace of God we are also looking at the, should I say, the what title should I use?
Oh, wow.
God has graced you and blessed you with a ministry called the Lord's Hearts
Amen.
Ministry as well.
Definitely.
So yeah, they
Thank
need
you
to
so
update
much.
that for you.
I
Okay, so
believe
let's
that the
go
time has
into
come.
our topic. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, you were saying something.
Yes, I will definitely contact them and upgrade it to the fullness of it, and what God is
Yeah.
even yet to do. We will put it there by the special grace of God.
Wow.
Thank you.
You know what? Before we even go into
Mhm.
our topic, one thing, Reverend Doreen, every time I read your biography, it challenges me so
Mhm.
much, and I'm like, hey,
Mhm.
Lauren, there's a lot
Mhm.
more you can do. And I was like, one person, but the drive you have is so amazing, and your life alone is so encouraging to many. So, God bless you. Now, we're going to go into our
Amen.
topic for today. This word,
Mhm.
love, 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 love. You know, there was a movie that I watched, and
Mhm.
this was a while back, called, I think it's Two Can Play That Game. It's a Black American
Mhm.
movie. And I remember
Mhm.
before the movie started, there were people, they had like a prefix, call it, to the movie, where they were asking people questions like, what is love? And all the different people that came on had different definitions for what love is. But one
Mhm.
thing that made me laugh, and I still remember that definition, there was one person, oh God, can I even say those online? They asked him, what is love? He said, love is a pain in the backside. Yes, I can find another word to
Oh
use.
my
He went,
God.
love is a pain in the backside, and that's his definition. And so I know when you ask people or you ask anyone, what is love? Depending on what they have experienced in life, that is the definition they're going to give you. But I want to
Mhm.
ask you, Reverend Dr. Doreen Carter. Now, that's my
Mhm.
first question. What would you say is a healthy family love? And what does it look like?
Thank you so much for the question. And also, I want to thank God for all your listeners, those that are there listening. I appreciate every one of you for taking time to listen to us. I'm very, very grateful. And thank you for this opportunity once again. Yes, when we're talking about a healthy family love, but before we get to that point, I believe.
Yes. Do you
Okay,
mind if I say something real quick? Because I just saw
go ahead.
a comment. Please, the volume is low. Okay, so all right. Would it be the volume from my side, or would it be the volume from Reverend Doreen's side? Please let us know so we can try to, because I want, okay, let's see. I think it might be mine. Is it better now, please? We'll wait for the comments. Is the volume better now? If it's much better now, please let us know. The volume is low. Okay. All right. Can someone please put a message on the platform for us if the volume is much better now, or do we still need to adjust it? Okay, Reverend
Okay.
Doreen, I'll hand over to you, and we'll wait for the comment and see what we need to do.
I think I can see a comment from Reference Paul says, it's okay, say go ahead. I think
All
I
right,
can
cool.
see that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Okay,
another
so
one
I'll
from
hand over.
Shana, it's fine. Yeah, so
It's
thank you
fine.
so much for the question. And then you asked, what is a healthy family love? And
Yes.
before we go there, I would like to lay a foundation, as you said, that love has been disguised in so many ways, and we are trying to find the true nature of love, what love entails, and what love can offer. And I believe
Yeah.
that from where we are coming from the author of love, not me, but the Almighty God, by the God of Himself, who is the author of love or the embodiment of love. has so much to say about love. But when we bring it to the human context, let us try to define in simple terms what love is, so that we can actually go into it and find what the healthy family love is. Now, when we talk about love, I would just simply put that an intense feeling, an intense, deep feeling or affection for another person that rises from a personal ties. Now, the way I will love you will be different from somebody, the way the person will love you. They may have personal things that will make them love you. So love has got so many things. Love can also generate from sexual ties as well. But love is bigger than all these things. As I said, when we go to the author of love, he will define love from a different perspective. And we are taking it love in general as in from the human form. So it is a deep, intense feeling that we have for another person, that is generated from one person to another. So when we have these as a definition of love, then we come to the point of finding what is a family. What is a family? And I want to say that a family is a group of people, more than one people, that lives together, by ties. It could be a blood ties, it could be birth, it could also be the personal choice. Today we are people that we call this is my sister. It's a personal choice to say that this
Yeah.
is my family, and then or by adoption. Some people may adopt somebody. It may not necessarily be biological, but by adoption you can also create a family. So family can be seen in different forms, which I said by blood, by birth, by adoption, by personal choices. Family can generate, or family can be water can be seen or be formed. Now, so if we are talking about a healthy family, family love, what is it all
Love. Yeah.
about? Now, I want us to understand that what is family love? What is family love all about? Now, when we talk about family love, I want to lay a very important foundation for us to understand. Before the love of God, this is the only love that some people will ever know. This is the first
Mm.
love that some people will ever experience. This is
Okay.
where everything begins for us. This is where it all begins for us. The family love is the kind of love that we experience from siblings, parents, people that the immediate people we have around us. So this is where it all begins. And when it goes wrong, it affects so many things in our life.
Oh.
When that kind of
Mm.
love is not done well or not done in the right context, it affects the personal growth of the person, the mentality of the person. Hear me, it affects so many things. So sometimes we come to the point that we take family love for granted, but I want you to know that, as I said, aside the love of God, it is the greatest of love that one can get, because that is where everything is generated from. That is where a person begins to learn how to love. That is where a person begins to learn values and learn things that they have to learn. So if this family love is not there, so many things will go wrong. So many things will go wrong. So family love is the first kind of love that is generated through kindness, through bond, through behaviors, or through connection. Now you can see that there are families that have set a particular bond. When you see them, they are inseparable. They have kind of family that when you see them, resemblance. You don't need to say that, or you don't need to say that this is my sister. The resemblance alone can define that you are family. Or some of them, the behavior, the way you behave can even, is this person coming from this family? Is this person a daughter of this person? Why? Because the behavior may look alike. And these are some of the things that defines what family. These are the things that can make you be known that you are from a particular tribe or your particular place where you are coming from. So now I come to your question: what is a healthy family love? What is it?
Love. Yeah.
A healthy one. So we have family love and we have a healthy one. So the healthy one is the proper way that we should love. What is the proper way to love in the family? The first thing that we ought to know is that acceptance. Acceptance is the first thing that makes us come to the place of knowing that we are being loved. Hear me. If I am loved, I am accepted for who I am. I am accepted from whatever traces or character or whatever form I have. Now, there are some people that are in a family that they don't fit. Why? Because they are not accepted. Why? Because sometimes, quote unquote, they may have some kind of deformity, or they may have some kind of behavior, and for that matter, it is hard for them to be accepted in the family. So one of the most important things for a healthy family love is acceptance, that people in the family will know that they are accepted for where they are. They are what? Accepted. So for me to feel the freedom that I need to feel in the family, I know that this is, I am accepted and it's my family. No matter how dysfunctional I am, no matter how crooked I may be, but this is my family because they accept me. That does not mean that we accept everything, behaviors and other things needs to be corrected. But I'm talking about the personality of the person needs to be what? Accepted, so that the person will know that I am from a what? A family where I am being accepted. Now, many people have gone through pain and hurt because they were not accepted in their family. Some of them were thrown. Today we have orphans. We call people orphans, but not necessarily that they are orphans. There is a mother somewhere and there is a father somewhere. An orphan is somebody who may have lost the father and mother, but some people were not accepted by other conditions or situations in the family, so they have to go and give them for adoption or go and put them somewhere for somebody to take them. And for that matter, they are not accepted. So when a person grows with this defect or have grown with this mindset, it limits them in a way that, why was I not accepted by my mom? Why would somebody go and put me this way? So this kind of feeling make the person a bit dysfunctional. And so the person comes to a genuine family again, who will shift their mind from this kind of pain and everything and show them the kind of love that they need to know. So acceptance is very, very, very important. As I said, we have children that where we are coming from, we thank God for the westernized world and the things that are being developed. Where we come from, if you have a child that is a bit deformed or disabled, what the family tend to do, sometimes we hide such children. Sometimes there is a norm, that there is a tradition that you go to the deep forest and then you make some, is it called auto? There's some from Otobi. I don't know the English name.
Like mash,
the yam and the mashed yam with whatever, and put some eggs on it, and take that child and take them to the deep forest and put the auto there and leave the child there, because the child has got a deformity, because we were not educated. Now, when we look at autism and other things like that, those days people would take their children because they have autism and they have no understanding of that, and they did not want to accept that child in the family. So what do? They take the child to the forest and leave them there. And then for an animal to what? Devour them. Their perception is that maybe that child is from the forest or water world or so somewhere. So when they go leave the child there, wherever the child comes from, the child will return to that place. But in essence, we leave that child there for the wild animals to feast on that child. And this is what actually goes on. But because we are not educated, we do these things, or we did these things, and some people are still doing it. But today we thank God for education that has come, that people are now knowing that some of these things is medical, some of these things is generic, and some of these things is because of spiritual reasons and other reasons why a child may be like that. So if we are able to accept them with that kind of what may be deformity or disability and work on them, they also deem it fit that they belong to a family. And so one of the things that makes a healthy family is the place of acceptance. Now, when acceptance is taken out, you come to the place called respect. Hear me, respect in our, let me put it in this manner, in our deformed culture, where we are coming from African deformed culture. I call it deformed because we have placed respect on one particular place, and then other place suffer. Now we are told to only respect the father at the head, and sometimes even not the mother, the father alone. And sometimes, if you are lucky, the home will now respect the mother. But this, when we talk about a healthy family love, in respect must go round to everyone. It must be served at the table for everyone to enjoy or to have their share. A child in the family deserves also respect. A mother deserves a respect as well as a father deserves respect. And so if a person is in the family and everything they say or do is not appreciated, they find that, okay, I don't belong here, I don't fit here. Many people have that notion that you don't like me because why? They were not respected in their opinions, they were not respected in their decision makings, or whatever they will also want to contribute. So for a family to be very healthy, we want to say that respect is very important, and it must be served to every person, not just the head, not just the father figure, but the children also deserve respect. And when we show
That's right.
respect to children in the family, they feel comfortable, they can relate well. When we begin to take their opinions, begin to take their, let's say that their concerns matters to us, their opinions, they come to the table, oh, this and that, and we take it on board and work on it. They now belong, they now feel that they belong somewhere. But wherever they, whatever they say, and if it's rejected, whatever they say, it doesn't matter because you're a child. They don't feel like they belong into a healthy family or a place where they are loved. So respect must be shown to everyone who is within the unit of the family. Sometimes it may even be an extended people that join. They also deserve respect. It can even be a stepchild or a stepdaughter. They also deserve respect, in as well as a stepmother and a father also deserve respect. When a family begin to show respect to one another, they all feel relaxed in the family. You can see that they blossom well, they communicate well because they are accepted, their opinions are taken on board. So one of the things that must grow in the family unit to make it a healthy one is called respect. Now let me go to two more, and then I will allow us to go to the next question as you asked. The next one that we'll talk is open communication. Open communication. If I am in a healthy family, if I am loved, I should be able to share my opinions. I should be able to talk freely. I should not be able to hide my feelings, and then the things that there are children that they are different at home and they are different from school. Why? Sometimes the reports that teachers will bring to you that this is your child, you may say, no, 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 this is my child. Why? Because there was not openness in the home for them to explore their true nature. So they hide it at home, because if I don't take care, mommy will smack me, mommy will slap me with a wooden spoon. So they are always hiding their true nature because they do not have the opportunity to be open or communicate open. When I say open communication, the way that they can tell you freely when you hurt them. They should be able to tell you that, mommy, you have hurt me. And the father should be able to tell the child that, daughter, you didn't do well. That should be, the family should have that open communication, that everybody will feel free to talk about their pain, their hurt that goes on in the family. But when this is not allowed, then suppression comes in. Then people begin to have true other colors or other characters where they call it two-face. That is where it all begins from. When a person begins to have two-face, because the face at home is not allowing them to bring the face they want to bring. So they will do one here, and then when they step outside, they do another. So there are so many things that generate from the family bond that if we are not careful, the family bond can destroy a whole society and not know it, because we are not structuring things well. So opening communication is very, very important. There should be time that the family should sit down. Family should sit down and talk about the growth of the family. What do you think? Take the opinions of the children. What should we do this year? You see, I believe that every family should have that meeting together this year. What do you think we should work on as families? And sometimes you'll be surprised that the opinions of the children that will come in, but sometimes we shut them down. We shut them down. Their opinions doesn't matter. Or sometimes it's the mother who has no opinion in the home. It is just between the father who is giving detectively to everyone. Sit down and that is it. When I say stop, it must be stopped. But sometimes you must also hear from other people. So open communication will also give a sign as what a healthy family love. Now, to also bring let me do two more. One of it is boundaries.
I think you're answering even my other questions, I feel like. But anyway, just keep going. Yeah, please hold on. Please hold on to the two. And
Okay.
You just reminded me of a video that I actually saw today while I was trying to do my a little bit of due diligence before I come on the show,
Mm,
and I watched this. What's it called? And it's not actually a documentary. It's like an episode. It's an American. They call they don't show it anymore, but Soul Food. That's what they call it, Soul
mm,
Food. And they've got episodes and seasons. And there was one particular one when I typed in the topic that we're going to talk about, they gave me
mm,
that video to watch. So I watched it, and it was very similar to what you're saying right now. A family who's got a son, and the boy, I think, is probably around 10, 12. And
mm,
every time he does something bad, they spank him. He gets beaten, right? So one of the days he was off. He has got two sisters. They were off school, and then his mom went out with the sisters, and he was home alone. So his dad said, "Okay, I'll come and get you from home, take you to work," because he said he didn't want to stay home doing homework. His dad took him out, brought him back home. But his friends called him and said, "Oh, we're going to. I think it's like a fun place." But then he asked, and he was told, "Don't go." But he really wanted to go. So when his dad dropped him, his friends called the house again and he followed them. Now, when he was coming back home, he heard them talking that when he comes today, hey, he's going to get a spanking of a lifetime. The minute he heard it, wow, he just opened the door and ran out again. Then he went to his
mm,
auntie's house and he was scared because he was going to get spanked. But he said he wanted to explain to his parents, but he knows when he tries to talk, they will shush him. Truth, he stayed there till like evening. Then the auntie texted the sister and said, "Your son is with me." Then they brought him home. When he was about to talk, his parents went, "Shush, don't say a word. We don't want to hear you." So they told him, "We are going to beat you today, whether you like it or not. If we know that's the reason why you didn't come home." He went into his room. His parents went outside, had a chat, and then they came back. And when they were going to talk, he said to them, "No, you are not going to beat me today. I need you to listen to me. You always tell me, do this, do this, do this, but you never listen to what I have to say. I think I'm growing, blah, blah, blah." And then the parents was like, "What? When did I start talking?" They were like, "You're scaring us. Like we are not used to you talking back to us." But the interesting thing was like exactly what you said. They realized that no, our son is growing up. We need to sit down and reason with him, not just tell him do this, do that, do that, do that. So yeah, it's just to buttress what you're saying. But to keep
mm,
going again into our next question, Reverend Doreen, this thing you're
mm,
saying about the family, it was one of my questions, but you've answered it. So thank you. I was going to ask you, where is the very first place that a child needs to learn about love? You know, where we're coming from, you never hear the word. Well, some homes you never hear parents tell you, "Oh, I love you," or they will sit you down when something happens and explain stuff to you and tell you, "Listen, even the reason I'm punishing you is because I love you and I want things, to work out." Some people, up to even probably wherever their age now, they never hear the words "I love you." So right from the home, they don't even know what love is. Unfortunately, they take it also into their marriage. And if someone, does not shake them and tell them, "Listen, you're going the wrong path," they also bring up children who also don't even understand what the word love means or don't ever hear it in their homes. So that was why I asked you, what does it look like? Because some people don't get to hear it. So I remember you said respect. You said we should open communication. And I think the third one was acceptance. So thank you very much. Now my next question is, how do we build love in our homes?
mm. Okay. That is very, very, very important. Yeah, it's very important. In as much as we are born into families, I want us to understand that love is by choice. It is a choice.
Mm,
If you want to feel it, you will feel it. If you don't want to feel it, you will not feel it. If you want to build it, you can build it. If you want to get it right, you can. It is all by the choice you make. If you want your home to go sour, hey, it will go sour and even worse for you. If you want it to be
mm.
blossoming, showing laughter and everything, it can be done all by the choices you make. So let us
Wow.
not just say that, first of all, have it in your mind that love is a choice. It's a choice.
Mm,
And the last time when we were doing, I said, love is a conscious choice you have to make. You must make it
mm,
with your eyes open. You must make it and know why you are making that choice. Now, so to build love in the family must be first of all a choice that you have to make. Now, why do you choose to make that choice? Must be established as well. You must establish why do this family need to build a loving home or a loving family. You must know why you need that kind of love in the family, because that reason will get you going. That reason will get you standing. So if you don't have any reason for doing what you do, you get to a place when challenges come, you give up because you have no reason for doing what you are doing. So you must establish it that it is a choice that you have to make. And then the choice is that what is your reason for wanting to build such a family? Or what is it that you need from this kind of family? So when you have established that as your personal guide, then you can go to these things that I'm just about to mention to us. Now, one of the things that you were saying that the first place before a person will even experience the love of God, the first place they experience love is from parents. Before a person can experience the love of God, the first place they experience is from the parents. So when that place is not done well, so parents, you have a lot of responsibility when it comes to building what love in the family. It starts with you parents. Now, where does it start from? It starts from the father and mother. Do you agree together? Because you cannot give anything that you do not have. If the bond is not there, you cannot give the bond. You can only pretend, but pretense does not go far. And so, therefore, you must first of all look at yourself as parent first. What do we share as parents? What do we share? Because you are the beginning of the family. The parents are the beginning of the family. What bond does the mother and the father share? Is it a bond of peace? Is it a bond of true love, or pretense, or somebody hiding their feelings and somebody pretending to love the other? This is where the problem is. When the problem is not corrected, it runs through the family. Unknowingly to you, things are running. You may think that your pretense is doing something, but it doesn't do anything. Hear me? So therefore, between the parents, you must sit down and make sure you are affectionate to each other. You must make sure that your thoughts and your feelings for each other is true before you begin to look at the family, at the bigger family. Because if you are looking at the bigger family without dealing with the both of you yourself, then it wouldn't work. So to build a family love, parents must first build their love together. What kind of love do you have? What are the times you share together? Now, I want us to understand that the children, also a part of the family, will emulate what they see from you, the parents. Hear me? And one of the things that also children does not really learn from what we say, but what we do. So sit down, they are not getting you. Until you show them how to sit down, they don't sit. Until you show them how to laugh, they can't laugh. So they will pick it from you. Some people will have grown and they say, hey, I see my mother and my father. Every time they will be sitting out in the midnight talking and then laughing. They have that picture. They are not even, sometimes did not hear what they said. But that scene alone builds something in their heart. What are the sceneries that you are giving to the children? What are the sceneries that you are painting in the family? So therefore, the most important thing to build love in the family is starts from the parents. Start from the parents. As we said, some people have come from dysfunctional backgrounds already. So they even don't know. So they are carrying their excess baggages and bringing it into the home. You came from a different family. The man came from a different family. You moved to come and create another family. But if you don't work from your individual backgrounds, there you cannot create the right one. Now, there are certain things that went on from your background that is not true. You didn't like it. It doesn't mean you have to repeat it. You must now come to the point of working at it. Now, some of us, when we talk about maybe love, some people say, hey, you must be coming from a home that they showed you with love. And I said, no, I didn't get that. Even have a granted. Hear me, but I came to the point that because I didn't like what was done, I must learn the true things. I must learn the right things. But today, sometimes we don't do, but we follow through it. We follow through it adamantly. But you must sit down and say, what are the things that I was lacking in my previous my family? What was the things? And then begin to work on yourself individually and together. Now, that brings me to the point of making the choices to start and love in the family. One of the things you must also create is a healthy attachment. A healthy attachment. Attachment is very, very important to build that love in the family. Now,
Mm.
when we look at, let me just maybe play. When we look at the European world and then the African people, we don't know
Mhm.
how to hug. We don't know how to hold our children. When the
Let
child
me
gets
tell you a
closer
joke.
to you, you are smacking. Go on, tell me the story.
Let me tell you, let me confess, let me say this. I remember
Confess.
when I had come over and then my brother, by the grace of God, moved over to the UK. And like, on 31st, after the clock has struck 12 and everyone is going around and they're hugging people like, welcome to the new year, everyone is happy. Reverend Doreen, and I feel so embarrassed that I'm saying this. But later on, I realized, oh my God, I was so wrong and I want to say sorry. So my brother, like you're saying, at home, there was no, all this hugging and like my dad is so strict. When my dad is coming, the home that when you hear his horn in the coming, you run and you sit straight. Make sure you are buffed. Make sure you have done your homework. And so there was no hugging, none of that. So it was 31st, the clock had struck, everybody was going around. And the funny thing was, it was easy to just hug everybody else. But then when my brother came close to give me a hug, you know what I did, Reverend Doreen? It's so embarrassing. I was like, hey, we don't hug. Where are you going? And I told him, just give me your knuckle. And I gave him a fist, but it was okay to hug other people. But him, it was odd
It's
to
so
me because I'm
weird.
not used to it. So later on, I sat and I was like, Lauren, you're so silly. You will hug other people, but your own brother, you give him a fist. Then later on, I said to myself, hey, stop doing that. But thank God I hugged my kids. So hopefully they're used to it. Go on, please go on.
We thank God that we are all learning day by day, because we come
Amen.
from a background that these things were not taught or were not shown to us. So
Yeah.
it lived in us, but we thank God that we are seeing it all around us. And then, it helps us to emulate the right things that we have to do. And so I said that a healthy attachment, there are some attachments that are not healthy. You can see
Mm,
sometimes parents want to be attached to their children, that they groom them so much that the children cannot be independent. That is a wrong way of attachment. That is a wrong way where a
mm,
child cannot do anything. When even you take them to school, they will cry the whole day. They will bring the child. Sometimes you have to go and sit in their homes because when in raising them, we didn't think of that. We are so cuddling. It is good to cuddle, but hear me, a healthy one. Know when to stop, when to pause. Know when to give it, when not to give it. Know how long you have to do it and how long you are not supposed
mm,
to do it. Now, some people
mm,
use their children in order to compensate themselves when it comes to attachment. Now, when they are not getting it from where they are supposed to get, now they begin to give that attachment to the child. So sometimes
mm,
I can see recently or some time past, I saw some lady who came on social media giving a mouth to mouth some nasty kiss to the son. Hear me, we are not saying you should give, not, but you can realize that this person is demanding something. He's looking for
mm,
something that he's taking it from the son. So sometimes
mm,
people do these things, which is not healthy. So I put
mhm,
category that a healthy attachment. Attachment
mm,
helps us. It helps the person to grow well. Now, when we talk about healthy attachment, I'm talking about physical and then emotional. And it has also to become an exchange. At that time, there is an exchange that goes on.
mm,
Anytime you create that physical and emotional bond or emotional attachment, it's an exchange that is going on.
mm.
Now, the physical ones are the ones that you hold the hands of the person, you hug the
Yeah.
person, you pet their head, and those things are physical. These things help them in their needs. When you are not around, it builds memories. It is the memories
Mm,
that you create with your child that will last with them, even when they are away from you or you are away from them. So, what kind of memory are you building with a child? Is it the shouting bit? Hey, 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 every time you are shouting on top of your voice. So, when you are not there, the children are happy. When mommy is not there, everybody's happy. When father is not there, everybody's happy, jubilating. But it should be an attachment that when mommy is
oh
not
my
there, they
God.
feel it. When papa is not there, they will feel it. But when you are doing it wrong, it means that your absence is an enjoyment to them. When your absence is always an enjoyment to your child or your children, you should know that the attachment or what you are doing is very, very wrong and you need to correct it. When you are
Oh
coming and
dear.
they are panicking and all that, and there is no sign of joy, it means that, hear me,
Yeah.
you are doing something wrong and that you need to
Mm,
do. Nevertheless, it does not mean that we should over pamper the children or the family, or over pamper daddy, over pamper mommy, over pamper the children. But we must come to the point of giving to the people their needs of the things that they need. And when we come to emotional, every human being has emotional phases that we go through, sometimes unknown to us. You don't even know what is wrong with you. I don't know whether you've been there before. There are times that you can just be moody and the access, I don't know. And obviously the person doesn't know, because sometimes we don't know what goes on. And sometimes there are things that is bothering a person that they cannot share. Sometimes there are things that they are afraid of, and this all creates emotions in the heart of a person. So you need another person that will understand and offer themselves at that point in order to help you solve that things. Not the person that was coming to shout on you. Hey, why you like that? Maybe they laugh. But what is wrong with you? Try to get into the heart of the person. Try to get into the matter of the person and find out. Sometimes when you begin to give them this emotional support, it helps them to communicate well. It helps them to bring their fears and the things that they go through. It helps them to bring it out well. I'm not just talking from the side of children, but as well as parents to each other, wives and husbands. If you allow the woman to express herself, hear me, they can easily tell you everything. If you also allow the man to express himself, that is when he goes to work, and there is another woman that is doing some skirmishes, and he comes home and is openly to tell you, my wife, this, that, then you can know how to deal with that situation wisely, doing your neology and then doing the things that you have to do. Now, when you don't allow these things, you are blocking communication. When you don't allow these things, it means that you cannot flow together easily. So healthy attachment is very, very important. When I say that it's a time of exchange, it is a time that when somebody is in pain, and you are there, you exchange for the person, you help the person, you take that pain away from the person, and you introduce joy, you introduce support, you introduce encouragement. They know that they have someone. They know that they are not alone. They know that when trouble comes, I can count on mama. I can count on my family. My family will be there. That is a very beautiful family that everybody wants to belong to. Not the ones that when problems come, you are outside looking for friends. Or when problem comes, you are sitting somewhere thinking how to kill yourself because you don't know who will support you. These are some of the things that leads people to go and commit suicide because there is nobody understanding their emotions. So please let us do well, especially the teens. They have complications with their emotions. They sometimes they don't even know why. So shouting on them, screaming on them at all times would not help, but get to understand why they are feeling the way they are feeling and what is going on. Sometimes it's hormonal balance. When they are changing from one stage to another stage, things happen that sometimes they are, especially the women. Some of them, when they are getting their breast, they are so shy, they now become to hide. If you don't help them in that process, they become timid. Some of the boys too, when their voices become deep, they don't even want to talk. Because where is this deep voice coming from? I used to have some light voice. Now, like there is let me say that there is a frog in my throat. So sometimes they will be reserved, but you let them know it is a normal thing. It's a normal process. It's the things that you go through. So these are some of the things that we need to be careful in the family to support one another. Father can also go quiet too. Father can go quiet, especially when a man is so quiet, sitting down, there is something wrong. Hear me, men, when a man is so quiet and sitting down, mostly men trouble generate from their work when there is something wrong at work, because most the places that gives joy to a man first is their job. Their job is what gives them joy. Then comes their family. There are some of them that family first and job second, but mostly men are like that. When something touch their careers and everything, it affect their mood and affect the way they behave at home. So when you see them deeply quiet like that, that is where you offer emotional support to them. And what is going on? You don't go shout on him. You don't go. Sometimes they need room. They need space to gather their thoughts together. You must know the kind of person that you have. When you know all these things in the family, it makes the family love very, very beautiful to live. Amen and amen. Can I go
Wow.
on or can I pause here?
Reverend Doreen, no, I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking, I know you've got so much to give us, but it's 3 minutes past 8 and I want us to stick to time. And so please, next week, we're going to finish it. I know that because in a week we've got to, only if you've got time. And by the grace of God, your calendar will be clear for us,
Anything
if
for you,
that's
my dear.
okay. Thank you, thank you so much. And so, viewers, Reverend Doreen, I don't know where to start from. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And one, that Greystone show is back, and we're back with so much by the grace of God to give. Next week, God willing, again, exactly from 7 to 8, we will be here. But before we go, I want to say there were a few comments. I think I missed it because I'm not on there. The ones that I see here on here, I will. Shana at one point said, "Wow." Mama Rebecca Wusu said, "Thank you. Good evening." I think Mama Pat also put a comment there, but I've lost that one. I see one here. Mama Rebecca, at one point, I think when you were talking, said, "Good point." Mama Pat Durant, hey, she said healthy attachments. She was repeating what you said. Shana said a point. I think at a point you said something she was agreeing with, and she said exactly. Let me see. Oh God, my. Oh, okay.
Test on
Let's
the
look.
screen then.
Oh, thank you so much. And then yes, I absolutely loved this comment where my sister Shana said, "This is so timely for me. I need to hear this." Well, Sister Shana, you need to come back next week by the grace of God. Mama Paduran said that was powered. We thank God. We thank God. I really pray and hope that this. Mama Elizabeth said, "Thank you, Mommy. We are learning more and more. Grace Home is helping us all. We thank God for that." Oh, oh, hey, Prof. Prof is listening from the US. Hello, Prof, my cousin. She said, "Thank you so much, Reverend Doreen. A word in season." Oh, wow. Prof, thank you so much for tuning in. I know my sister Matilda is on as well. Laurentia from the US. Mama Pat said, "Good evening." Good evening. Next week, we've got a lot. And please, before we finish with this topic, so I will definitely encourage everyone next week. And when you're coming, don't come on your own. Meant to say powerful. We thank God. Next week when you're coming, please don't come on your own. Invite someone, send the link. You never know who this will be a blessing to. So God willing, first of all, before we go again, I want to say thank you, Reverend Dr. Doreen Katz. I know you're very busy. So for you to take time and come out, prepared to even come and share with us, we're ever grateful. God bless you. More oil, more wisdom, more grace, and more books as well. But we're going to talk about the
Amen.
books, God willing, next week. I want to thank the Holy Spirit as well. Without you, I don't know what we would do. You are our inspiration. You're the one who gives us the wisdom to do what we do here. And the Holy Spirit is even the reason and the foundation for this grace, where we say that we always put God in the center of the home, because when God is in the center of the home, your home will be solid. Mama Elizabeth said, "God bless you, woman of God," and Mr. Lauren. God bless you too, Mommy. Thank you so much for joining us. So God willing, next week, same time, 7 to 8. Reverend Doreen, we will be here. Thank you. And God willing, next week we'll see.
Thank you so much. God bless you. And thank you for this opportunity. And thank you, all listeners. Tune in again next week and let us do it together. God bless you. Thank you for sharing. God bless you. Thank you. Bye.
Your love is kind. Your love is patient. You fill my heart with so much peace and joy. You're amazing. You make my life feel brand new. You're amazing. You make my life feel brand new. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Your love is kind. Your love is patient. You fill my heart with so much peace and joy. You're amazing. You make my life feel brand new. All your promises are yes, and amen. You're not a man, you never lie. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh, oh, oh. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Your love for me too much, oh, too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. Too much, oh, Jesus, you love me, oh, that you gave your life for me. What manner of love is this? What manner of love is this that you give it all for me, oh God? Jesus, you love me. You love me.